Well, hello there, Revenants. Welcome back to Code Vein, and today we are going to talk about the Queen's Vanguard Reborn here in the Depths map of the Zero District. And here down the South Valley path, we have the two of them, the duo. We have two Queen's Vanguards that we have to fight, and if you take a look at the map portion here, it looks like a halberd head. If I can zoom in on the halberd head here, you can kind of see how it has a hole, and then it has the shaft, and then like this blade part. So it's kind of neat that it has kind of the same shape as a halberd anyways, but that's neither here nor there. So if you follow this path that you can see right here, this is a very southwardly directing path, and it leads you to right here where we are standing at the moment. You can utilize lightning charge to great effect in this area to get here quickly, because it is quite a long, hard run back. These enemies do actually have some pretty favorable resistances. They have a 25% resistance to slash, so no basically one-handed swords. They have a 0% resistance to crush and a minus 10% resistance to pierce. So pierce is your weapon type choice that you absolutely want to go for. I want to pause here for a second and show you the damage formula for blood resist. It's a 70% blood resistance on these enemies. Do not use blood. As for the other three resistances of the elements, these enemies have a 0% resist to ice, a 0% resist to lightning, and a 20% resist to fire. So if you have options, definitely go for ice and lightning, as they will not resist in any sort of capacity any of those elements. Fire is a good alternative if you don't have any ice or lightning at this point in the game. But if you have a definite choice, definitely go for pierce, ice, and lightning. As we switch gears here from element and damage type resistances, let's talk about the status debuffs. These are actually exceptionally useful and valuable versus the Queen's Vanguard Reborns here. The best you can possibly do is Inhibit, that has the fastest buildup. Then that is followed by slow and stun of equal buildup to each other. And then finally, but absolutely not least against them, is Venom as the fourth buildup in the lineup. However, the poison is very effective, since they are counted as regular enemies at a 3% of their health reduction every second, for a total of 30%. So as we move into the damage reduction section, let's talk about what we can do to mitigate their attacks and onslaught that is relentless. You will notice that I have a 180 blood damage resist on the build that we are doing here. Now we do need a much higher blood value than this, at least 220 to be fully invincible. However, that's not possible as a single Revenant. You have to have double Revenants running elemental wall with above about 1600 light value. However, you might be asking yourself, well, what about Juggernaut and solo play with Foul Blood Barrier and Blood Resist and using Juggernaut and Iron Will and all of these extra buffs? So as we bring it all together, it looks something like this. Of course, adding White Mia for good measure. As these Vanguard protectors of the Queen only do blood damage, it is in your best interest to go for Blood Guard and Elemental Wall, as well as a Blood Resist tonic. However, the reality is that you cannot fully mitigate all 100% of the damage values that these enemies are putting out unless you are paired with White Mia and you go down and you get part of her Guardian Aid adding to your defenses. If Juggernaut is added as well as your defenses, then you will be more than 100% resistant. However, you cannot do this simply by Blood Resist, Foul Blood Barrier, Iron Will, Double Iron Will, and Juggernaut. Well, thanks for watching, Revenants. I hope this helped to inform you about the Queen's Vanguard Reborn. Good luck hunting.